Hi, everyone. Welcome to wrestletalk Managers. We're going to get right into it with Paul Bearer, more commonly known as William Alvin Moody. He was born on April 10th, 1954, and sadly passed away on March 5th, 2013. He was born in Mobile, Alabama, and he passed away in Mobile, Alabama. And he has two children. His ring names are Mr. X, Dr. Rigor Mortis, Kringle III, Percy Pringle, and Paul Bearer. 5'11", 450 pounds. 1974 was his debut. He managed the likes of Big Show, The Undertaker, Mankind, The Missing Link, Lex Luger, Coco Beware, and Kane, among others. He won the Manager of the Year in 1998, and he went into the Hall of Fame in the class of 2014. He has two sons, Michael and Daniel. Daniels wrestles on Independent Circle as DJ Pringle, and he has made appearances other places besides WWE, like TNA and Ring of Honor. Well, he made shoot interviews on Ring of Honor, my bad. But he has made appearances on Impact Wrestling. His cause of death was sadly a heart attack. I think we're going to move on from him, but he will be one of the greatest managers of all time, forever. To Paul Heyman, more commonly known as Paul Heyman, he was born on September 11th, 1965. He was born in Westchester County, New York, and currently resides in Scarsdale, New York. He has two children, and his ring names are Paul Heyman and Paul E. Dangerously. And he was billed from Scarsdale, New York. 1987 was his debut. He managed wrestlers like Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Curtis Axel, the Dark Patriot, Eddie Gilbert, Big Show, Bam Bam Bigelow, Austin Idol, Arn Anderson, and many more. He's Manager of the Year in 1992, Best Booker in 1994, 1997, and 2002, and he won many awards also for other things. He was in the Hall of Fame 2005. Well then, Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. He's a single father of two, Jacob Heyman and Aliyah Heyman. His mother was a Holocaust survivor and sadly passed away, and his father died as well, which was very sad. He's more commonly known for being the advocate of Brock Lesnar, so that's who he's currently with. Not really much to talk about him, but he did have a very, very, very long career and a very interesting wrestler. profile underneath his management. And he also helped create the newer version of ECW. With that said, we're going to move on to Sherri Martel, aka Sherri Scroll. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm just going to call her Sherri. She was born on February 8th, 1958, and sadly passed away on June 15th, 2007. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama, and sadly passed away in McCalla, Alabama, and her cause of death was an overdose. Her ring names: Sensational Sherri, Sherri Martel, Sister Sherri, Queen Sherri, Scary Sherri, Sensacious Sherri, Sherri Martel, and Peggy Sue. 5'7", 132 pounds, billed from New Orleans, Louisiana, trained by Donna Cristinillo and Fabulous Moolah. She debuted in 1980 and retired in 2006. And as a wrestler, her finisher was the sleeper hold, and as a wrestler, her signature moves was the diving splash and the scoop slam. She managed many wrestlers, including Jeff Jarrett, Randy Savage, Marty Jannetty, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, more commonly known for singing part of Shawn Michaels' theme song, and Terry Funk, the Honky Tonk Man, and Zeus, and many others. AWA World Women's Champion 3 times, AWA World Women's Champion 1 time. The WWF Women's Champion 1 time, in the Hall of Fame class of 2006. Manager of the Year in 1991. Booker T gave her away at one of her weddings. She has one son, and her husband, Robert Sherville, lived in Tennessee, where she helped him renovate homes. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that right. Again, she was more commonly known to be with HBK and the tag team Harlem Heat. She sang part of Shawn Michaels' theme song, but we are going to move on to Jimmy Hart, more commonly known as James Ray Hart, born January 1st, 1944. He was born in Jackson, Mississippi, and resides in Tampa, Florida. His ring names are Jimmy Hart, the Strap Master, the Mouth of the South, and the Colonial, 6 foot, and billed from Memphis, Tennessee. He managed many wrestlers like Ric Flair, Paul Ellering, Earthquake, Dangerous, Danny Davis, King Kong Bundy, the Iron Sheik, Kamala, Conan, Jerry Lawler, Lex Luger, Mabel, Randy Savage, Rick Rude, the Renegade, AJ Styles, Tyson Kidd, Heath Slater, and many others. AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion 1 time. Managers Award for Cauliflower Alley Club 2015. Manager of the Year in 1987 and 1994. Hall of Fame class for WWE in 2005, and Hall of Fame class for the World Class Wrestling Association in 2006. Manager of the Year for Wrestling Observer New Settlers in 1983, and Best on Interviews in 1984. He has appearances in a few movies. It's a Bikini World, the Insane Clown Posse, Big Money Roostas, and the Canadian movie Monster Brawl. He made appearances on television as well. He made appearances on TNA and WWE among independent circuit as well. He was very known for managing the following people: the Hart Foundation, Hulk Hogan, Jerry Lawler, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Ted DiBiase, Dino Bravo, the Nasty Boys, the Giant, the Honky Tonk Man, Earthquake, and the Mountie, among others. And we are going to move on to Bobby Heenan, more commonly known as Raymond Lewis Ray Heenan, born November 1st, 1944, known as Bobby the Brain Heenan. He was born in Chicago, Illinois, and has one child. He's 6'0", only ring name Bobby Heenan, 190 pounds, built from Beverly Hills, California, debuted in 1960 and retired in 2000. He managed wrestlers such as Andre the Giant, King Kong Bundy, Big John Studd, Bobby Duquesne Sr., Angelo Puffo, Nick Bockwinkel, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Harley Race, King Haku, Buddy Rose, The Red Rooster, CM Punk, Nigel McGuinness, Colt Cabana, Jimmy Jacobs, and many others. He is the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2004, and he is Manager of the Year for Pro Wrestling Illustrated in 1972, 1976, 1989, and 1991. He is married to a woman named Cynthia Jean, known as Cindy. Together they have a daughter named Jessica. He was announced on his website that he had throat cancer. He has 2 books out, which you can see listed there. Pretty much it for him. They said he was more commonly known for being the manager of people like Andre the Giant, and he was a color commentator for WWE or WWF or whatever you want to call it at the time with Gorilla Monsoon. We are going to move on to our last person, which is Bruce Prichard, aka Brother Love. He was born on March 7th, 1963. He was born in El Paso, Texas, and currently resides in El Paso, Texas. His ring names are Brother Love, Reno Rogers, the Wizard, and Bruce Prichard, 6'1", 235 pounds, built from El Paso, Texas, trained by Tom Prichard, and debuted in 1986. His brother is a guitarist, Chris, and wrestler Tom Prichard, Bruce, and his 2 older brothers, Jerry and Ken Prichard, suffered 2 heart attacks in 2002. He managed wrestlers like Scotty the Body, the Flying Nuts, the Dark Patriot, Barry Horizon, and The Undertaker. He has no accomplishments, pretty much. But he made appearances in TNA, where he is currently he is no longer with TNA. He was released in 2013. However, he worked for many wrestling companies like WWE and TNA. But there's not really a lot to talk about him, so we are going to end this out. Next week's Wrestle Talk is Wrestle Talk WWE 2K17 Part 3, where I'll be giving you updates and more on the wrestling video game. If you guys like this video on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube and the like button on Facebook with a Stone Cold Center. Have a great day. Peace.